Welcome to your daily tarot outlook reading from me, Shari. I hope you enjoy these readings. Happy Halloween and blessed Samhain to you all. Please click like, follow, or subscribe on whichever platform you see this video on. And you can find links to my profiles on services where you can schedule readings with me in the description of this video. Shall we get started? The first card I've drawn is the Six of Pentacles. What should I know about today? The Six of Coins in this position suggests you may be feeling an unwillingness to give your resources today. Are you behaving a little hard-heartedly? Or perhaps you are on the receiving end of this resistance to give? Try to become aware of how the dynamics of your significant relationships contribute to a philosophy of lack in your life. You or others may be suffering unnecessarily because of this scarcity. This is a shame, as so many good things in life are free. Holding back. The Six of Coins is the card of giving and sharing. It asks us to look at those times when we have been generous to others or when others have been generous to us. On a deeper level, the card asks us to look more philosophically at the ideas of ownership and impermanence. What do we actually have that belongs to us? Do we own things, or are we merely borrowing them for this lifetime? We are asked also to remember that everything changes and that sometimes we come out on top, able to give. But at other times when we go through bad patches, we are reliant on the kindness of friends. We may not realize that there is always something we can give to others. Money might be the first resource that springs to mind, but this is not always practical or appropriate. What about love? Friendship? Time? Knowledge? We can make a difference to the lives of others, and the Six of Coins asks us to consider in what ways we may achieve this. The next card I've drawn for today is the Five of Wands. How should I approach this day? The Five of Wands in this position asks you to utilize all the perseverance, courage, patience and strength of spirit you can muster in order to see you through your current problems. Try to use your competitive spirit to tackle and overcome difficult situations, taking full responsibility for your part in any conflicts you have been involved in, and which have held you back. In parallel, try also to be aware of any unnecessary competitiveness you bring to situations which bring disharmony within yourself or with others. Remember in future to join forces rather than to oppose, as this is likely to gain you greater success and is a healthier way to live. This card asks you to seek inner peace as a model for living in future, so try as best you can to heed its call. It is an important part of your spiritual growth. Rise to the challenge. The Five of Wands speaks of conflicts, competition and niggling problems that just won't seem to go away. Our need to fight with and win over others can come from a healthy place, but often it arises from a place of fear. For instance, we may feel the need to protect old patterns of behavior, or ideals and values which are outdated and ought to be dropped rather than defended. Sometimes feelings of inferiority can also cause us to pick fights, if we feel our egos need protecting. It can be difficult to ignore calls to fight, particularly if we are feeling under threat or if we just love that buzz of adrenaline. However, it is important to keep a lookout for what triggers us in life and ask ourselves whether these incidents are really important enough to pursue. It is, after all, better to use one's energy to work towards a place of inner peace and harmony if possible, rather than a state of conflict. The final card I've drawn for today is the Two of Wands. What is the true potential of this day? The Two of Wands in this position suggests you will grow in inner strength today. You could find yourself easily and effortlessly speaking your mind and finding the courage within you to be different from the crowd. You may find this accompanied by a new sense of aliveness, creativity and originality, and could also find others gravitating towards this new you. As a result, there may be good opportunities for new directions, relationships and enterprises. You should look out, However, for people in your life who may try to influence you away from becoming your true self. If this happens, they are presenting you with a perfect opportunity to stand up, be who you are and speak your mind. You may risk criticism and rejection, but this is a small price to pay for a strong sense of knowing who you are and what you believe in. These are the important steps you are being asked to take towards self-actualization. Moving towards self-actualization. The Two of Wands is the card which represents the courage to be oneself. There is a famous quote from Henry Thoreau, "If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music he hears, however measured or far away." Imagine if the world were filled with people truly listening to that inner voice, telling them to follow their own path. It would not be a world of alienated or aggressive dancers or distorted, disjointed music, but of joy and harmony, of people feeling safe to be who they truly are. The card speaks also of the courage to be guided by our inner voice or gut instinct when making decisions about where to go in life, which roads to take, which partner to choose, etc. None of us can fully predict the future or see what is round the corner. So we must all rely to some extent on that inner light which shines like a torch, illuminating the way forward. We each have this inner guidance, but are not all fully attuned to its wisdom. The appearance of this card can often be asking us to polish that torch and to trust that where it shines is where we should follow, with boldness and faith. Thank you for joining me for today's Outlook reading. I hope you will subscribe to my channel or follow my profile so you can be alerted when new readings are available. Remember, private, personal readings are available at any of the profiles listed in the description of this video.